Howdy, y'all. Anyone out there in the YouTube lands? um, so, this is right now just a test. Um, of course, old cell phone says, "Hey, I'm live," and right now I'm just testing this, seeing how everything's going, and if this will be something I could potentially do once a week or so. Um, and if anyone joins in, which you know, I don't expect too much of people to be joining in the chat at this point because this is, of course, unannounced. I haven't put out a lot of stuff here lately, but it is what it is. So leave me a comment in the comments below if you do watch this, and what the quality audio you're getting. So I'm gonna kind of get into, I reckon, I'm gonna tell a sea story. If I see I've got someone here on the chat, but well, not on the chat, but someone watching. But we'll kind of, like I said, I mentioned this in the beginning, but this is mainly a test. But if someone wants to join in and for a little bit, we'll get in the comments. Then that'll be fine, and we just talk about whatever everyone wants to talk about. But let's see. I told the sea story already about the two Marines who ended up sharing the same prostitute. Both used a condom, but one got an STD, the other didn't. I told that sea story once before. Let's see, what would be a good one? So I'm trying to think of a good one that is going to be, relatively not too bad. So you're, let's see. Hello to the one person who was watching. Sing out. All right, so let's talk about old Timon. So I called him Timon because he kind of looked like a meerkat. I'm not going to give, that was one of the nicknames that I kind of had for him, or Rodney, because his name was really long and Hispanic, and it started with Rod, so he was kind of Rodney. And he was from Puerto Rico. He did not speak a bit of English until he went to boot camp. And he didn't speak a bit of English until he went to boot camp, and he said he learned English in boot camp. And I see there's some more people who are on board here, and this is just a test. And as the title states, but this is just a test. I'm telling sea stories. If y'all want to join in the chat there, and let's see, if you want to join in the chat, then you are welcome to, and we can talk about whatever y'all want to. So, all right, there we go. I commented, but anyway, so Rodney, he he learned a little bit of English in boot camp apparently, and when he got on board ship, he spoke very little English, and I thought he was going to be a dirtbag. But turns out he just didn't understand me, and there is a lesson to be learned in that. But turns out he just didn't understand me because I was speaking English and he knew very little English. But when you explained to him, and someone who actually spoke Spanish explained to him in Spanish, he would do it, and he was just a heck of a worker. And then he was just a heck of a worker. But as time went on, he ended up learning English, and there's a lot of funny stories that when I really got into him, it would come across as being very insensitive. I mean, but that's the military for you. It's not we're not politically correct, and I don't care how much they try and make it. The military shouldn't be politically correct. We just kind of, everyone poked fun at me. Big country was a nickname that was partially given to me in the military, partially before. But it was definitely kind of became something for me in the military. But and that was kind of given in jest at first, for me, kind of poking fun at me because I'm just this big, tall hick from West Virginia. But anyway, so Rodney, he was a good guy, and he said, and I can't do the voice without coming across as insensitive, but and he did it in his very thick Puerto Rican accent. He said, "I come to the U.S. Navy to learn good English. I want to learn English." I'm not actually doing the voice, just so you know. I come here. I want to learn good English, and then all I learn is bad. Like, he learns all of the bad words, all the words you're not supposed to say in polite conversation. And he also learned that there are words in English that he was not supposed to say, because if he talked about getting a Snickers bar, it sounded like he said something else that I'm not going to repeat. But anyway, so Rodney, that's one little story about him. And we are going to end this test. And I hope you all had a good one, because I'm getting a call. It's kind of important. Y'all have a good one. God bless.